Hi there everyone, welcome back for another Trinity Stamps video. I'm Cassie. Today we're going to be making 3 cards after we make a ton of eggs. But let's talk about what we're using first. We have this darling Egg-ceptional sentiments. I really love this. I love the font of it. I love that there are so many words in there, and the matching dies make it super easy to separate all those words and make all your own sentiments as well. But I love, love, love that this is a pun on eggs. I don't know what it is about a pun with eggs, but they're just, yeah, when you make a pun about eggs, it just makes me happy. So this sentiment set is just perfect. So it's going to go really well with the die set that we're going to be using. This die set is called the Easter Basket Add-on, which goes perfectly with the egg die that you can make an egg-shaped card with. So that fits into an A2 size card base or envelope. And so take a look. You can see what the basket looks like, but there's lots of great pieces in there to make a basket, Easter basket itself. You've got the grass, you've got the eggs. We're just going to use that large egg. We're also going to use several of the flowers, and then we're also going to use some of the leaves. But here are the eggs. I die cut out a bunch. I don't even know exactly how many I die cut out, but I did die cut out a bunch. I do that because I just never know how many I want to use. I like to have stuff on the inside. I ended up having so many that I was able to make 3 cards. So we're going to go ahead and put this into my little makeshift splatter box. I want to bring these eggs to life. I did die cut them out of some light blue cardstock. I'm going to bring in a Distress Mica stain. This is called Snow Flurries, and I'm just shaking that up because it has all this mica at the bottom, and we want that kind of around so that we can get some of that shimmery splatter everywhere. So we're not going to spray anything, we're just going to splatter. So I'm splattering this all over those eggs. Some of those are big dots, some of them are small dots, and we are going to build up. I'm going to lightly dry this with my heat tool. I'm on the lowest setting and try not to move those eggs too much. You can see they start to move, so I'm going to be really careful with how I dry those, and it does dry fairly quickly. So then we can move on to the next color, which is an acrylic gloss. This is by Dina Wakley. We're using the color Marine. It's like a really pretty blue jean kind of color. It's like just like a cross between, I don't know. It just reminds me of blue jeans. So I'm going to, again, make sure I get that all shook up, and then we're going to splatter that all over those eggs so that I get some big dots, some small dots, all different sizes. And some of them have more splatter than others, but I love the variation for all of these eggs. And then that final color we're going to bring in is the Dina Wakley white acrylic gloss. So I'm going to shake that up pretty well. And in the meantime, with all my shaking, the acrylic gloss, the Marine, dries very quickly. That's, I think, one of the reasons why I like these so much, is that those acrylic glosses just dry pretty quickly. So we're going to just really go to town splattering that all over. And then we're going to set this off to the side so that they can dry. And we'll move on to stamping out our sentiments. I brought in some Pear Blossom Press sentiment stock. It is a very super smooth black cardstock that is perfect for embossing. So I've brought out the Egg-ceptional sentiments, and I'm going to use an anti-static powder tool at the bottom, and then we will stamp out the sentiments. And I'm just making sure I have enough room in between each of those so that I can tack the die down. So we'll ink that up with some juicy embossing ink, and then cover that with some detail white embossing powder. And then we can heat set that until that white powder is smooth and melted. And you'll know because it'll go from a matte finish to a glossy finish. And then I can bring in the matching dies and tack that down with a little bit of mint tape. Now my trick with the dies to keep everything in its place is that I have a magnetic sheet, and then when I put those dies down on top of that magnetic sheet, I'm actually lining that up with the way the stamps are on the acetate, if that makes any sense. So I can easily find each one of the dies for each one of the words, and then I know exactly where to put them back. So we run that through our die cutting machine, and then we have all that ready to go. I decided with the eggs they needed a little bit more. They're dry now. So I'm going to put this onto the new Trinity Stamps Clingy Craftmate, and they'll stay there perfectly, but I'm going to stick all those down, and then I'm going to bring in a little bit of tea dye distress ink along with my Trinity Stamps shading Sidekick. I just want a very little bit of brown on a few of the edges of the eggs. I'm not going all the way around. I'm just adding a little bit of color here and there, different spots on all the eggs, just to make each one look very unique. And so I do that for all the eggs. I love how that brown just kind of brings those eggs even more to life, gives them a little bit more depth, and you can kind of see how subtle that is, but I love how those look. You could do this with all kinds of colors as well. So now I have a panel. This measures 4¼ by 5½ inches, so it's the full front of an A2 size card. I'm going to start gluing down those eggs. I'm going to glue down all the ones that are not going to be sticking off the side, make sure that I have those in place, and then we can slowly start adding eggs to the edges. I like to have things going past the edges. That just gives you the illusion that there's more going on outside of the card, and it's just really visually appealing to me. So we'll glue down a few of these eggs now that'll stick off the edge, just a little bit at a time. And then I'm going to trim off the excess. And then we can use the excess on the other parts of this panel. So I try not to waste too much. And then that allows me to have enough eggs to make a total of 3 cards. And they're all going to be a little bit different, each card is. But I love how they all end up turning out. This was not my intention. My intention was simply to make this card, but when I saw I had all those eggs left over, I was like, we are going to make more cards. And then it'll give you a few more ideas to use, or to, if you have extra eggs, or if you just want to copy these eggs and these cards and do different colors, whatever you want to do. But I end up really loving this entire set of cards that was so simple to make. This is going to stick off the edge just a little bit, and we'll do one more up in that upper corner, and then we can trim off that excess, and then this panel will be ready to add those sentiments to. And like I said, we'll use the rest of those eggs for the other 2 cards. All right, so my card base measures 5½ inches by 8½ inches, and it was scored at 4¼ I'm going to stamp a sentiment on the inside. I hope your day is egg-ceptional, and I stamped that on the inside of all 3 of my cards. This card is going to be a birthday card, and so I'm going to go ahead and glue down my panel to my card base. You'll see I have some of those flowers that are centers, and I also have some leaves. I just wanted an extra pop of color. If you wanted to keep these cards looking a little bit more masculine, you could totally skip the flowers, but I think it looks great either way. I'm going to put some foam strips on the back of my sentiments. You could skip this part also and just go ahead and glue them right down to the front of the card, but I wanted a little more depth, and by adding the foam strips to the back of the words, I also have a little bit of space to be able to tuck those flowers in behind the sentiment just a little bit. So we'll continue to do that, and then we can take the release paper off of the backs using some reverse tweezers. I just find this is an easy way to do it. And then I'm going to start by centering my sentiment. So I'll use the very center. So I've got an excellent, and that's going to be the center of my sentiment. And then I'll add the wishing you above it. And if you wanted to have a little bit of wiggle room, you could add liquid glue to the back of your sentiment or your foam strips. That would give you a tiny bit of wiggle room. Just by peeling off the release paper, I don't really have any of that. So once I stick it down, I stick it down. But then we have wishing you an excellent birthday. So now I'm looking at this going, I want that pop of color. So we're going to bring in those flowers, and I'll glue the centers to each of the flowers. And then once we get all of those ready to go, I obviously have plenty of flowers for the extra cards that I'm going to make. That works out. I just figure if I'm already die cutting, I might as well die cut lots and make lots of cards. And so then now I'll use my pickup stick along with a little bit of liquid glue, and we will adhere down the leaves, and we'll adhere down some flowers to the top left of the sentiment and the bottom right of the sentiment. I love how this turned out. It just makes me so happy. And like I said, I used the rest of those flowers on the other 2 cards, but let's look at all 3 of those cards, very similar but different, with different sketches. It worked out so great, and I love this. So here's our first card, here's our other card, and I did use a circle die on that one from Trinity Stamps, and I splattered, and then this one, I just love it. It turned out great. So if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. Definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And be sure to check out all that Trinity Stamps has going on over on their blog, Facebook page, and Instagram for more crafty inspiration. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you soon.